Hello, everyone. My name is Aidan Rodriguez. I'm your host for this week's episode of the Ionavation Podcast. And today we have...
I'm Derek.
I'm Annieva.
And yeah, so why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourselves, your backgrounds and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I graduated Fairfield University. I've always been in the Jesuit community. Went to Fordham Prep as well. And after Fairfield, I was studying finance. I wanted to go into wealth management, which I had a internship in. And this was all during COVID. And then my dad, he started this business and he asked me, do you want to be part of it? I said, why not? I'm 22 years old, I believe, at the time. I said, let me take the risk now. And it's paid off. It's definitely been a journey.
Yeah, awesome. And
So my background, I actually left college after my first year. I went in for nursing, and then I just felt like called, and I didn't know what was going on in my brain, my heart. So I was like, okay, let's explore other options, because I just felt like I had to do nursing. In all honesty, it's just what everybody was doing. Great, career path. I'm still kind of in the health space. So when I left school, I went for personal training and I did health coaching and nutrition. In the middle of all of that, Dad was just kind of like, do you want to be part of this? And same thing, I was like, I'm so young, why not? So that's how we ended up part of Anchorworks.
that's awesome. So Anchorworks, right?
Yes.
That's the company. That's the big thing that you guys have come up with, and it's worked out really well for you guys, right?
Yeah.
So my question to you is, how have you guys been able to, what inspired you, and how were you able to identify the problem that you guys were trying to solve?
So I give that up to our dad. He loves the beach. I mentioned it earlier. He's a guy from Ireland. If he could live another life, he would be a surfer. But unfortunately, he grew up on a farm. But eventually, he ended up moving to the United States. He broke his back doing construction, and his only vice was going to the beach. Like, the city was, it was so crazy. He was like, let me just escape it all, go to the beach. And he would notice these flying umbrellas. And unfortunately, one day he saw somebody getting pale with it. It was the old napkin trick. Took out a napkin, started drawing it up, and boom, started putting it into production.
That's dope. And he just wrapped you guys into it, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was because he didn't even know how to work a computer.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, he still works from his phone today, but, I guess at the beginning he was looking at us as secretaries, and then eventually it was like, no, my kids, they went to school, they have all this knowledge. So we started putting it to use, and
that's beautiful.
Yeah, everyone has their own role, but everyone does it really, really well.
Yeah. So when you guys were in the development phase of your idea, you had to figure out some way to protect your intellectual property. So what was it like navigating through the patenting process for you guys?
You'd probably know a little bit more about the patenting process.
Yeah, I mean, it started off first. You have to find a lawyer. You have to start filing the patents, and then you have to realize, what is your product, and how can other people get around this, and then you just start kind of working from there. The lawyers, obviously, they help you whatever way they can.
Also, double checking, has this been done before? Because, if it's been done before, then you can't really patent it, or, it would just be a waste of time. So it was when we realized wow, nothing has been created like this before, it was all guns blazing. Let's just patent the idea. Yeah, exactly. So only we have it, and protect yourselves for sure, because it's also realizing what you have, how special it is. Which has been a really crazy thing too. Going back to inspiration, it's at first, so Dad being inspired to create the product, but to be part of it, what inspired me to actually want to be part of it was realizing that the issue was a thing, but it was also seeing the passion that Dad had behind it, and it was the entrepreneur creative mindset. It's yo, why not? We're so young, why not create something?
It's better to
take the
fail
risk.
now.
Exactly. Yeah, and also an opportunity to explore creativity and do something different.
Mm-hmm.
So my next question for you guys is, obviously you guys are pretty much a family business. You guys would consider yourselves to be, right?
Yeah.
So what's it like balancing family with business? What's that thing
Well,
like?
I could say it's rough, but no. So we do all live together. At the beginning, it was definitely tough because, our dad had one outlook, we had another. We're younger.
Mhm.
We wanted to kind of bring it up through social media, advertising. We wanted it to be, the next big viral thing.
And he was kind of like saying, like, not to say, oh, we were his secretaries, but I guess his mindset was like, we need experts. Like, me and you weren't experts.
Yeah.
So it was like a little bit of distrust towards us. But again, like, you don't have to be an expert to know these things. Just like Dad, like, you're not an engineer, like, and you've created something like this. It's like, you know that because your background in construction, whereas like we have expertise, we have skills, one from school, but also from like actually being like beachgoers and like things like that. So it was like we were still trustworthy at the same time, but it was just like, I guess, like learning to trust each other, and to like recognize each other's like skills where everybody kind of like fit in and like.
And then I think eventually we all just ended up meeting in the middle, and we. Now the dynamic in the house is a lot different. It was a little bit rough then, but now it's like
you guys have a rhythm of things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know who's doing what. We talk to each other like we're friends. It's not like this is my colleague and I'm done after once a day's over. I'm not gonna see them.
Yeah.
You do live that like work life all day, but like I said, we're friends at the same time. So it's a fun dynamic.
I also really don't mind it. Like in the beginning, I would be like, oh my gosh, like I don't have the capacity for all of this, like all day long. Like again, like you joked about it before, like my room is like on the way to the bathroom. Like Dad will be on the way to the bathroom. He'll pop his head in and he'll start like talking about work. And in the past, like I actually didn't have like the capacity to like listen to it. I would just be burnt out by like the end of the day because getting a startup off the ground is really difficult, but not to say it gets like easier, but that is true at the same time. Like it does, and like you have to live, breathe, eat this if you want it to work.
It's 24/7. And
that's fun.
It's fun. It's fun. You have to take the good with the bad. The
challenges are good. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. Perfectly said.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Like if you're comfortable all the time, like it's like, okay, I could say like stop talking to me, I don't want to hear about it, but it's like really then what? Like that I'm scrolling on my phone consuming like brain rot. Like no, like now I have like something that's like exciting, like that I'm working on or that we're working on, and that's
I think also you mentioned trust. So like we all do something different. So even though work is being talked about all day, every day, it's almost like you're filling me in too, because I might not know what you do from the second you wake up, even though you're like 20 feet away from me, I should say.
Yeah.
But now you're filling me in on what you do, so that when I have to do what I have to do, I know that if I'm going into a Zoom call and somebody asks me a certain question, I know. If he's not there to answer it, I know.
100%.
Yeah.
It's like staying connected. Like we've noticed like the people who like are outside of the house, like who help us on this project, like this business, it's like there can be a disconnect with them actually because they're not they're not actually listening to, because it's not in this like 20-30 minute call that you're going to get what you need. It's actually so much more than that. It's like in those candid moments where you're just like firing from like you're just being honest, like you're speaking what's in your mind right then and there, like what's on the top of your mind right then and there. It's a lot of like brainstorming. Like it's not like, okay everybody, like here it's like this is the exact plan, you have to like brainstorm and you have to listen to other people.
You talk about that the whiteboard, when you have startup companies, it's all drawn up on whiteboards. That's what kind of like our kitchen is like. We'll all just be having breakfast together and it's just pop, 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 everyone's spinning it out and
just giving your opinions and your point of view, and again like it might be different, but it's like trusting like, okay, what they have to say is valuable and let's just put it all together and make it work.
I feel like that is all entrepreneurs in that particular sense whenever in like the development stages of everything. So I just kind of want to bring it all together with one final question. What advice would you guys give to future aspiring entrepreneurs who want to bring stories like yourselves to life into an actual product?
Yeah, I would definitely say, don't be afraid of the unknown, because at the end of the day, it is all unknown. You start, you don't know where it's going to end.
Yeah.
And from there, learn to be comfortable failing.
Yeah.
You're going to fail.
I think that's so you. Like, you're so I would overthink things, whereas Derek, like, you're kind of like, yeah, like, whatever. Like, it's not that serious. You know what I mean? It's like not taking things like too seriously.
Yeah.
And like,
because I can say now the stuff that if I was to fail today, I'm not the same person I am months ago. And if I would fail, I'd be like, oh my God, it's over. Like, maybe we shouldn't even do this anymore. But now it's like, okay, well, I failed. Well, next time I'll know how to do it perfectly.
Yeah. It builds confidence, like, even those failures. But definitely, like, baseline for me, like, for any entrepreneurs, I would say having a solid, firm relationship with God is really important, and that just ties kind of full circle back in with like the unknown, and it's there, and it's kind of God's plan over mine, like not being so like it's not linear, it's not like this one way of doing things.
Of course.
Again, like dad being construction background, not an engineer, like it doesn't all have to make perfect sense and be perfect. It's just
and then also just it's cliche, but believe in yourself and believing in the product or the thing you're working on. There's, as an entrepreneur, I will say you have to have the mindset that this is going to work. There's 100%. And
day in, day out action, like going back to what we were kind of all talking about before, it's not, everybody wants to, like, that step at the top of the ladder, everybody wants to be there, but they want to avoid what it takes to get there. It's like, embrace it, like, see all the positives in it. It's like, okay, like, yeah, it sucks, like, having to, like, stress about this all day, but it's, and oh my gosh, am I gonna eat? Like, it's like, you actually learn to, like, okay, make breakfast at this time, like, you get into a routine. It can become, like, a really healthy, positive thing to, like, work hard every day and, like, towards something that you believe in.
That's very insightful, guys. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming to speak with me for the brief time that we've had.
Yes,
all good.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're just gonna do the outro now.
Okay.
And, we're gonna send things off.
Okay.
Awesome.
So, I have been your host, Aidan Rodriguez, for this episode of the Ionavation Podcast.
Derek.
Annieva. Nice to meet you guys.
Yes, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.